topic, we are going to be doing a pick-a-card tarot reading, and this is going to be advice for your current situation. So this could be about any type of situation that's going on with you now. We are just going to see what type of advice is best suited for you. And we have 5 decks to choose from today, so you can choose which deck, which pile is calling to you. Timestamps will be listed below, and I will see you in your reading. What is up, group number 1? So we have this lovely stack here for you. We have some oracles, which we're going to save for later as your advice. We're going to do your cards now and find out what your situation is. So we have the 7 of Swords, we have the 3 of Wands, we have the 2 of Swords. Let's just get these settled here. We have Justice, we have the High Priestess, and we have the Lovers. Wow. Okay, so with this group right here, what I see going on is we have the last row is all majors, which is like, whoa. Now, if we want to take a look at this, I would say your situation right now, 7 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords. I'm really feeling like this might be a love situation, definitely a situation where we have choice involved. Just because what we have going on is a lot of 2 energy, and 2 energy is about, you know, branching off into different situations, and it's also about, you can't decide. It's also about things left hanging in the balance. So what I'm seeing going on here is with the Lovers and Justice, the 2 of Swords, I feel like there's a situation of a love relationship that you aren't really sure what was going on. I feel like you might have been deceived in the past, but now you're going to be able to have an opportunity present itself to you where you are going to see justice served to the person who deceived you. And I'm sensing that this is going to be more of like a love relationship type of context. And I'm seeing with this is that this situation actually is moving forward, even though you can't really see it right now. So what that means to me is that I feel like you've been kind of waiting on quote unquote karma to get served to this person, but you haven't seen any inkling of it. But trust and know that you are going to get to see them squirm, but you don't see any physical evidence or proof of that yet. If you were wondering if this was a person that ever had feelings for you, yes, they definitely had feelings for you. They might have been the type to hide their feelings for you because they might not have felt that you felt the same way, or they felt that they felt too strongly for you, or they might have had feelings for you, but there might have been like a third party situation where they might have been with someone else. Maybe you were with someone else, but there was some sort of deception going on. They were definitely hiding the way that they really felt about you. And I feel like you've kind of held on to this situation, and you know that it is improving, but you just can't see that right now. And I feel like, not that you're in misery over it, but it's more like you want to kind of like you want to have that vindication where you know you were right in what you felt that they felt for you, if that makes sense. And You are going to be presented with the choice in the near future with them, definitely. Whether you, you know, it can be like a multitude of different choices. Are you going to forgive them, or are you going to hold a grudge? Are you going to get back with them? Are you not going to speak to them ever again? Are you going to move the relationship forward, or are you going to cut ties with them altogether? There is going to be a choice presented to you in the near future, because it's building now. You just can't see it yet, and you are going to be presented with that. So it's going to be, and I see that it's going to be somewhat of a really tough choice, even though you might not think that it's tough, because you might think that you already know what you're going to do. I see that in the moment there might be some indecision going on. You might decide to take them back, for example. You might decide to not take them back. Whatever you feel like you would do now, I feel like the opposite is going to present itself to you in a very strong way, and that is going to be like the tough decision that you are going to be called to make with this situation. So let's see what's going on with the advice for you in this situation, because this is a pretty interesting one. So let's see what energetic influence. Okay, Taurus energy. So we have some stubbornness going on here. We have I'm so gonna butcher this. Knight of Pentacles, more earth energy, Decarabia. Okay, and then this says, teaches the virtues of herbs and stones, makes birds appear and behave as though tame. Okay, so that's interesting here. And then what else for your advice? What we have woman. Okay, that's what we got going on. And we have, ooh, Queen of Cups. And we have Nine of Wands. Wow, okay. So I don't know how any of you read like playing cards, but I read playing cards my own way. I see diamonds as wands. I see clubs as pentacles. I see hearts as cups. And I see spades as swords. That's just what intuitively I get. So if you read it differently, no, I'm not making a mistake. I just read it the way I read it. It's what you got here. It's my channel. You know, I read shit the way I read shit. But there you go, in case you thought that I maybe didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. But, you know, I do things different. So we have that. Wow, Nine of Wands, Queen of Cups. Then we have self-indulgence. We have Twin Flames. Look at this, another two, more two energy. What is going on? So this might be a twin flame situation. We have the Grim Reaper. Holy shit. Self-indulgence, yeah, with that Taurus energy and the Knight of Pentacles. This might be someone who is overly self-motivated. They might have been a little greedy with their time. I feel like this might also be someone who is going to be possessive over you, or is or has been possessive over you, when it's like they're doing shady shit. So it's like, why are they being possessive over you when they're the one fooling around? I don't know. I kind of get that vibe. I also get what's going to happen is that there's still some feelings here on both your side and their side. All right. With this Knight of Pentacles energy, okay, you do have some movement coming forward. I feel like it's going to be very blunt, so they might come at you. If you haven't seen this person in a while, I feel like they might come at you very directly. It's not going to be subtle. It's going to sort of be like, yo, what's up? It's going to be like bold in your face, and I feel like they are going to present you with some sort of offer, but it's going to be an offer from an egotistical place where they're kind of like, well, I'm the gift, I'm offering you me, you know, something like that. I just feel like this person, they might have a lot like strong earth energy, okay, some imbalanced earth energy, I should actually say, where it's strong, but it's also somewhat haughty and like, you know, my shit don't stink or something like that. And I feel that no matter what gender you identify with, I feel like this is going to be your facial reaction, this woman's facial reaction here. That's how you're going to look at That's how you're going to look at them when they come at you. Like, here I is, you know. You're going to be like, are you fucking shitting me? You just came at me like that? like, I feel like you are going to expect more. So the advice for you in this situation is, because I do see that, you know, if you do resonate with twin flame energy, I feel like that might be what's going on. But I feel like this person, you are going to get to witness them like being on your shit, because you both still have feelings. But I feel like the feelings there are more like, it's like an unresolved karma. I don't know if it's necessarily feelings like you guys are in love with each other. Might be like an ego infatuation, like sort of like an ego thing going on. So when this person comes back and presents themselves to you, you're gonna be like what, like, you know, and it's gonna satisfy your ego in some way. But I feel like this situation, it's like this person is you know, they already might have been deceptive with you. I feel like they're somewhat of a conqueror. Like, I saw, I conquer. Like, they just want to, you know, put a notch on their headboard, so to speak. But I feel like there are feelings there. But I feel like, at least in this moment, like, the advice, what I'm seeing now is that it's sort of like the last stand. Like, the way they present themselves to you this time, it's like this is going to be the make or break moment, where it's either you're going to accept whatever it is they're presenting to you, or you're going to be done with them. Just because we have this Grim Reaper energy here, all right? So I feel like this is sort of like an unresolved situation, and this person might be presenting themselves to you for like their self-satisfaction, or you might reject them for your own self-satisfaction. But I feel like that this is, you know, if this situation were to ever have a future, it would be either in another lifetime, or it would be way out of the ballpark from what anyone can really see now. But I feel like it's going to satisfy you very much, that you're going to feel a little bit smug when they come back at you and they present themselves to you, because I feel like they were deceptive, and they kind of know, like, they know that they were, and I feel like they have this like feeling of loss, that they're no longer in your experience, and they want that back. But I feel that there is just a lot of like ego work that this individual especially needs to accomplish before they can be in a real relationship with anyone. And I feel like if you were wanting to know, you know, was I crazy? Did this person really have feelings for me or not? You are going to see vindication that yes, they did and do have these feelings for you. But at this moment, it's in your best interest for you to kind of, you know, brush them off, or tell them no, or even if you have a whole soliloquy of what you want to say to them, you know, regarding the situation, say that too. It's going to benefit you, but it's going to be more beneficial if you were to just kind of show them who's boss right now. So that's the advice I got for your situation, group number 1. I am Oculus, the alien next door, and we will chit chat again soon. What is up, group number 2? Those of you that chose group number 2, let's see what the cards have in store for you. So we are going to put these oracles to the side for your advice. Let's see what the tarot has to say regarding your situation. All right, so for our tarot cards, we have Justice. We have 8 of Wands. We have 4 of Swords. Okay. We have King of Cups. We have Page of Spheres. And we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so 4 Swords, Ace of Swords, Page, Justice, 8 of Wands, King of Cups. Interesting. Okay, let me just take a second to gather myself with this here. So what I see with this situation, there might be a choice between 2 people going on I feel like one of them is either younger than you or less mature than you, and they just want sex. And I feel like the other one is more balanced and emotionally stable, but I feel like you might find them a little too boring or a little too into you. I don't know, that's just what I'm getting. And I feel like what's going on is that you've had whether you are taking a break from these people because you don't know what's going on, or you're just like confused or whatever, or if you haven't like had a break from these people, I feel like this is what is required right now, taking a break to gather yourself, because I feel like there might be these two people who are presenting themselves to you in the context which I just described, but I feel like that you aren't ready to make a decision because you don't know who to pick. So I don't know if this is, if these people, if you're technically involved with them, or if you're just talking to them, or they're people you know, or they might just be people that are interested in you. But I feel like what's going on is that they're like two people and they are what I just described, but you right now, it's in your best interest, if you haven't already, taken like a breather, taken a time out to just center yourself and know for sure what you want, because I feel like you're very confused with this situation. Like they just one of them really might be a booty call, okay, and the other one I feel wants to be with you. It might have been someone that you have some history with. It might be someone you were married to, or they might propose to you, and the other one, I don't know. I'm just kind of getting this weird sense here that there's two people. And it's like for your sanity, I feel like you need to just kind of step away from both of them. Or if you have two suitors that are presenting themselves to you, I feel like one is more like serious about relationships, and the other one is less serious. But the less serious one might seem more promising because they don't seem like they're that into you, but they're physically there. But I feel like the one who is more emotionally balanced, I feel like they are sort of giving you too much, like they're laying it on a little thick, like they're coming from a place that is like they're trying to prove themselves to you, if that makes sense. So I want to see what the advice is, because this is a major thing. What I'm getting from this group of cards here is that there's two people. So let's see, we have the Sun, Boon, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but makes one rich, smart, and well-spoken, gathers spirits at tombs, and changes the places of the dead. Okay, interesting fellow. And then we have Six of Swords. Yep, I told you that. King of Wands. Okay, so now we have like a whole multitude of motherfuckers up in this one. We have Tree. Yeah. All right. Let's see. The energy we have is energy of Earth. Grounded, stable, solid, material realm. We have the Snake. We have Heartbroken. Cards sliding all over the place. And we have Abundance. Okay, so I feel like one of these people might be more... One is looking definitely for like a booty call, but I feel like you need to kind of get yourself away from this situation here. And find happiness within yourself before you deal with either one of these people. I don't know why, I'm just seeing like a lot of like passion, hot and steamy, but I don't really see like an emotional connection going on, because we have the Six of Swords. We have, like this kind of like fleeting moment going on, right? So both of them might seem okay. I feel like one is more in their feelings about you, but it's more like an infatuation. The other one is like, they're more like your peer. They're more on your level. but they're less mature in that relationship aspect. So that's why I'm seeing that these two individuals might not be the best for you at this time, and for you to kind of move away from both of them and really center yourself. You know, we have earth, we have tree, right? We have sun. So this is like grounded energy that's also allowing itself to really, really multiply itself. And so we have this grounded energy, which is, you know, being basked in the rays of the sun. And what I'm seeing going on here is that when you take a time out for yourself and you kind of just take sex out of the equation, are these two people even good for you? Because we have the snake and we have heartbroken. So I'm seeing that it's like either you might have been heartbroken by one of these people in the past, or this is someone who has been heartbroken in the past, and that's why they kind of turned into this like player archetype or whatever. And I see that they're both not filling their own cup, so they can't really satisfy you on every level. Like one is like flamboyantly trying to woo you and win you over, and the other one is just kind of like, yeah, it is what it is, and you're kind of intrigued by the one that is coming off as more of a player, and the one that's coming off as like they're going too hard is like it's like you're turned off by their, you know, their outrageous way of like, you know, trying to get your attention. So what I'm seeing with the advice with this situation is for you to kind of like take a break from both of these, even if it's not a physical break, like at least a mental break where you get to decide like, okay, what do I want in a relationship, and are either of these two delivering it to me? Because if they're not, then it's time for you to really disentangle yourself from these attachments and to move forward and stabilize yourself so that you can attract that partner that you seek, that is your mirror, that is your balance, right? So the advice that I would have here is concentrate on your own happiness. Don't worry about these people. Also focus on your coin. I'm seeing that like maybe putting yourself into work. I feel like either which way, it's like your career and your own stability is kind of what's coming out in this reading that you need to focus on, rather than like these different people. Because I feel like in the end, you know, you would be happier without either of these individuals, like, you know, as a romantic interest, at least for the time being, because I don't feel like they're coming from places of security. I feel like they're coming from places of lack, no matter what they're presenting to you. So that's what I got for you guys, group number 2. I am Oculus, the alien next door, and we will chit chat again soon. What is up, group number 3? Those of you that chose group number 3, let's see what the cards have in store for you. So first we're going to look at the tarot, what your situation is, and then we're going to follow up with the oracles to see what your advice is going to be. So tarot, 7 of Swords, interesting. I think another group got that one in the same position. Temperance, the Chariot, the Sun in reverse, the 8 of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so yeah. Okay. So what I see is going on for you guys is that there's a situation where I feel like you just came out of a spot where it's like maybe someone lied to you, or someone that you were involved with turned your world upside down in some way. Now this is going to be different for everyone because it is a general reading. I'm not necessarily seeing a romantic relationship with this pile, but I see it's more like someone was deceptive with you and it really threw you for a loop, and now it's like you're trying to come back into this place of harmony and balance, but it's like you fear that the same thing is going to happen again. So it might not be a romantical type of relationship, but I definitely feel like there was, you know, deception in the past that really hurt you. You felt betrayed. You felt like your world was turned upside down, and you feel like your happiness was robbed from you. So this could even go way back from like you know, a childhood situation that is still triggering you to this day. But someone definitely, I feel like you might have trusted someone and they really betrayed that trust, and you're still recovering from it now. So whichever applies to you applies to you. And what's going on is that you know that there is an issue there around that person or around that topic, and you're trying to come out of it. You're trying to find that balance, that perfect place of harmony within yourself. But I feel like you might not have forgiven that person, and you don't need to, but you can forgive yourself for allowing yourself to dwell in these negative emotions for such a long time, right? So there's always forgiveness to be found. Now, what's going on is that I see there's a fear of like that's keeping you a little bit off kilter because you just don't want the same thing to happen again. So no matter what this is, this emotional trauma, I feel like it really has affected you in a profound way. And the good news is that what's happening in the very near future is that you are moving forward into this place of balance once you let go of the fear and you know that you have power over everything in your physical environment, as long as you keep your inner realm free of emotional debris, because the outside reflects the inside. So whatever this betrayal was, you know, it might have happened 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago, 2 months ago, whatever the case, 2 lifetimes ago. But I feel like you've carried it with you for such a long time that you feel like it almost became a part of you. And I feel like you almost don't know who you were. I feel like you almost don't know who you are or who you could potentially be without this dark cloud looming over you, if that makes sense. So I feel like you want to get to this place of balance and harmony, but it feels so natural for you to be in fear over that situation happening again. That's like you're scared to almost step out of the box of fear. But I see this movement forward. And this is a choice that you're going to have to make, to either step forward into the unknown, which is blessings, or step forward into the known and continue to perpetuate that fear paradigm, right? And I see you moving forward, like it's all going to happen in sort of like the blink of an eye. You're going to be like, you know what, fuck it. Let me just face my fear, or, you know, let me forgive myself, or let me just take the opportunity to move forward. And I feel like that's happening for you very soon, and it's going to be like a birth of a whole new you. So that's really what I feel like is going on for your situation. Now let's see some advice how you can help propel this motion to move forward into the birth of a whole new you. All right, look at this. We have death. Yep, change. Thank you, universe. I love that. Lucifer provides liberation and illumination, incites jealousy and envy. Okay, there you go. There you go. And then we have 5 of Pentacles, and we have 9 of Pentacles, and I read clubs as Pentacles because that's how I roll. And we have Bear. Wow, Bear, overcoming your fears. Oh my goodness. Material realm. What other influence? Pisces. Yep, spiritual evolution. Camera. Oh my goodness. Karmic relationship. So that individual that betrayed you might have been a karmic relationship. Girl talk. Okay, so number one, what I'm seeing for advice, just because we have that girl talk is kind of standing out to me. No matter, you know, what gender you identify with or your friends identify with, I feel like it's time for like a chit chat session. You know how they say sometimes the best therapy is like you sitting down and having a cup of coffee or a glass of wine with like a close friend, and that's all the therapy you need. Boom, right off the bat, that's what I'm feeling for this group. And then I feel like that is going to heal you with this whole sense of lack, and it's going to help you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, because you are in this revolution now where you're facing your physical environment. I feel like maybe the remnants of this past situation were affecting you because you were still kind of harboring it in your emotional body. But since that's changing now, you're going to be able to face and conquer it in your physical environment. So let's say if someone betrayed you or lied to you, and then whenever someone tells you something, you never trust them, right? So then you'll like second guess, third guess, you know, you'll like go through all those like mental hula hoops, right? When you're dealing with someone, when a similar situation presents itself to you, and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm ready to conquer this fear in my material realm. So when someone tells me something and I know that like this person is close to me, I'm going to trust them at face value, and I'm going to accept that they have my best interest in mind as I do theirs. Right? Instead of that person who betrayed you, who might trigger you and, you know, cause you to like not trust a lot of motherfuckers, right? So that individual, right, was a karmic relationship, the one that triggered you from way back when, and you are clearing the remnants of that karma now. And the more that you, even if you don't want to forgive them for whatever they did or said or anything, I feel like it's time for you to forgive yourself for dwelling in that energy for such a long time, and you're able to do that, and then you release that karma, and then you attain all of your spiritual power to finally like live your physical realm experience the way that you always wanted. I'm seeing that you kind of had snapshots in your mind of what you wanted your desired life to look like, and you might have had glimpses of it, but now it's time to like step into that photo where everyone is happily smiling and there's, you know, laughter and joy and abundance and like good shit. So I feel like it's time for you to like step forward into your dreams and release that karmic pattern, because it never served you really, but it only served to show you what you need to release. So I feel it's time for you to release that now, and you could get a lot of benefits by talking about this with like a trusted confidant. So that is what I got for you guys, group number 3. I am Oculus, the alien next door, and we will chit chat again soon. What is up, group number 4? Those of you that chose group number 4, let's see what's knocking at your door. So let's get first right into it with your tarot cards, and we'll pull some oracles just, you know, for advice. So let's see what the tarot has to say. We have Strength. We have 3 of Wands. We have Justice. We have Queen of Cups. We have 2 of Swords. And we have Death. Wow. Okay. Let's just get a little feel here. Strength, Queen of Cups, 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords, Justice, and Death. We got a lot of like power players here. Okay, so group number 4. I see this as more of like you coming into your own spiritual power and progressing into the realm of like you're coming out of your cocoon. Like you're coming right now into a new chapter of your life, and I feel it's more like a spiritual type of message for you. So whether you know were wondering about career, romance, finance, whatever the case, I feel that this is sort of like a spiritual awakening where what's going on with you is that you're connecting the dots and seeing and feeling just how your thoughts and emotions are co-creators of your physical realm reality. And I feel like you've been having a lot of like flashes of intuition, and you know that you're propelling forward, and it's like what's happening now is that you are being presented with the choice to step forward into the brand new you. Okay, because I feel like you've achieved everything that you had to achieve in this chapter of your life. So it's time to move on to the next chapter, if you know what I mean, right? And I feel like you've been preparing for this moment for a while, but now that this moment is here and it's presenting itself to you, it might seem like, you know, a little daunting for you to actually step forward and live the life of your dreams, but it's something that is going to bring you into harmony and balance with yourself, and it's going to show you just how spiritually powerful you really are. So this is more of like a spiritual awakening type of thing, or it might be a certain area in your life where you're having a spiritual awakening, because you might be spiritually advanced in some areas of your life, and other areas of your life you might be lacking that spiritual perception of it, right? You might be looking at some areas of your life from a third dimensional perspective. And what's happening is that the message that's going on for you now is that it's time for you to just move forward and to have all areas in your lineup in sync and being powered by that spiritual energy and not that material realm energy, right? Because everything in the material realm comes down, it's condensed from the ethers, and that's what formulates matter. So I feel like your physical realm experiences, though at times they may seem real to you, it's really just a coagulation of you know, energy that was past tense. Okay, so what this is saying, that you're being pushed forward into like the new chapter of your life. You're strong enough to experience that now. You're emotionally strong enough. You're mentally fit for it. And it's just like you know what's waiting for you on the other side of the doorway, but you might be a little bit hesitant to step forward because it's going to be such a different life than what you have experienced before, that it can seem a little scary to you, because the old you is essentially defunct and it's no longer serving you, the old you. So you know, we're changing every second, every moment, right? Time doesn't exist, but our consciousness is always expanding. So I feel for this group number 4, is that your consciousness has already evolved past this chapter. Like, you've already finished the entire book, but it's like your physical surroundings, it seems like you're on like chapter 5 or something, but you know you're almost there, and you know that it's you know, it's an exciting story, and you know that the book has a happy ending, even though things never end. But you know, just roll with it, just roll with it. And I feel like what's going on is that like you are transitioning from the old you into the new you, and that's just going to require you to step forward, because you're already spiritually there. It's just like your physical realm, I feel, is going to change with this change. That kind of was redundant, but your physical realm is going to change because you've already changed on the inside, if that makes sense. So let's see the advice, the particular advice for you. What's going on here? So advice for this situation, we have 7 of Pentacles, Nibirius. Okay. Teaches arts, sciences, and rhetoric, restores lost honors and dignities, takes honor and dignity from others. Okay. We have Ace of Pentacles. I read clubs as pentacles. That's how I roll. And 7 of Wands. I read diamonds as wands. Yes, I do. Whip. Oh, snap. Okay. We have what energy is going on here. Aries energy. Yep. Cardinal fire. First sign of the zodiac. Time for a brand new start. Lightning. Boom. Lightning bolt. You already know the direction you're going. You see it with absolute clarity. Keys on a ring. Unlock your new future. Wedding rings. Oh, ring and ring. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I did say that this had a spiritual undertone to it, but it might be a situation where you've evolved past your single life and you're ready to explore the uncharted territory of like married life or something like that. You might be stepping into a new commitment, a new relationship, and the single you is going to have to be discarded for, you know, serving the purpose of the partnered up you. And I feel like you are ready to take on this new reality into your experience. and you're ready to move forward. I feel like with this lightning bolt and this whip, this is fast moving energy. Okay, 7 of Pentacles, it's like you've already seen what worked and what didn't from your previous experiences, and now you know with absolute clarity what you want in the physical realm domain, and you're willing to stand up for it, you're willing to fight for it. And if this means going into a new relationship and you're like, okay, you know, I never thought that I wanted to be in a relationship tied down to anyone, but you know, now I realize that this is who I want to be with, and yada yada. I feel like the advice right now is that everything is going to happen for you all at once. But it already did. The reason why it's going to seem like it's happening all at once for you is because it already did happen in the spiritual realm, right? So all it has to do is slow down and condense. But because you are in the energetic vibration of what you want already being here now, Ram Dass, that's why it's going to seem like it happens all at once in the physical domain. Like, boom, like out of nowhere. Everything that you've dreamt of in this spiritual realm is just going to come splashing into your experience. So this is really positive news, especially if it's like a relationship situation, okay? You already know what works, what doesn't work. You know yourself. You've done the spiritual work, and now it's time for you to just sit back, relax, know what you want. Say, I earned it, I deserve it, this is me, boom, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the fruits of your harvest. That's what I got for you guys, group number 4, and I am Oculus, the alien next door. We will chit-chat again soon. What is up, group number 5? Those of you that chose group number 5, let's find out what's going on with you. So what do the cards have to say? We're going to start off with the tarot, then we're going to move on to the oracle for the advice for your situations. So, first card up, 9 of Wands. Second card up is Knight of Cups. Oh, wait, is it 8? Oh, it's 8 of Cups. Second card up, 8 of Cups. Then we have Queen of Hazards, and Hazards in this deck is Pentacles. We have 2 of Swords. Wow, a lot of the same cards like came up for like all of these groups. That's so interesting. All right, universe, thank you. You on fleek. Okay, then we have the World. Oh snap. Then we have the 7 of Wands. Wow, a lot of the same cards. Like, this is interesting. Okay, so let me just, like, get a moment to see what's going on. 9 of Wands, 2 of Swords. 8 of Cups in the World. Knight of Hazards. 7 of Wands. Okay, so I see that you just... I think you might have walked away from a situation that wasn't serving you. I feel like you've known that this situation wasn't serving you for quite some time, but you might have only walked away, or you might be in the process of walking away from it now, knowing that you've done everything that you could have done in this situation. Now it's just time to move forward. I feel that it might be more of like you processing your feelings moving forward and moving away from that situation rather than like physically. I feel it's more of like an emotional thing, and I feel that it's because maybe you were you know, you were just holding on to something, and you finally realized that it wasn't good to you to be holding on to this these emotions that you have regarding this situation. So it could be a relationship where you just maybe it was an ex or someone that you used to deal with that you never fully got over because you weren't done processing the feelings. And then I feel like you were holding on to that, but you didn't really see any reciprocation coming from that party, okay, or holding on to that situation, and you finally were like, you know what, this is not good for my emotions, let me just move forward. And I feel like you are moving forward into this place where you are content and happy, like away from that situation, like actually moving away from that situation has brought you, or is going to bring you, more stability than that situation, because now you've kind of cleared up the emotional remnants of whatever that was. And again, it might be a relationship, it might be a person, but it could be something else too. It might have been a grudge you were holding on to or something like that. But there's definitely forward moving energy where you are you're kind of like over that situation. You realize, okay, you know what, like that's not serving me. Let me move forward and into greener pastures. And I feel like you've made the decision to go at it, like, because you know that you're strong enough to go at it. And I feel like you're very protective over your decision. So this might be even walking away from a job that wasn't emotionally serving you. I feel like that other people, if they do question, like, well, why did you walk away? Like, that was such a good position or whatever. And you're like, no, like, you're defending your decision because you're confident that you made the right decision, because you spent such a long time sort of wallowing in that situation, whatever it was. You've already been in it so much that you realize it's not good for you. So you've made that decision on your own, and you're feeling like you're popping your collar. You're feeling like all good, like, you know, I did this for me. I'm moving forward for me. This was a good decision. I don't give a fuck what anyone else has to say. And that's kind of what I feel like is going on. So you might have ended a long-term relationship, and everyone that you know is like, whoa, but they were such a good match for you. And you're like, no, they weren't. Like, I know me better than you. So, like, you know, it's sort of like, don't question why I moved away from whatever it is I moved away from. I feel like you're already content in that. So let's see if there's any advice going on for this situation here. Let's look at your tarot cards. Well, we have the Moon, Beelzebub. We have the King of Cups. Wow. No, wait. King of Swords. See, that's, look at this. Thank you, universe. King of Swords. Then we have the King of Cups next to each other. Two kings. Okay. Then we have Dog. The energy that's going on is Neptune. We have the Phoenix, yep, rising from the ashes. We have Cupid's arrow, okay. We have the Sword and the Rose. Wow, the Sword and the Rose, interesting, with Neptune. Okay, so what I feel like is going on here, the advice that's coming through for you loud and clear is, with the Moon, you know, emotions, you've already kind of like dealt with your own personal demons regarding that situation, and I feel like you're content in that. Now I feel like you might have some new love interest coming in, because I feel like you've rectified within you your heart and your mind, so to speak, your thoughts and your emotions, and now you're ready for that dream partner, for all your dreams to come true, because you've changed so much. And I feel like you are going to meet someone who is going to be a potential partner for you, and they are going to be the one, because they have everything going on within them that you have going on within you. I don't know if you were looking for a love reading, but either way, I feel like because you've let go of these emotions that weren't serving you, whether it was a career or whatever the case, right? I feel like because you've let go of so many of these negative emotions, that the only thing left to do is for you to float up into your next grand experience, because these emotions are no longer weighing you down. So what is happening is that the advice for you is that now that you have everything balanced between your heart and your mind, you can attract more perfect experiences into your physical domain. And I just feel like with these two kings here, with the, you know, the heart and the mind type of imagery, what I feel is going on is that you might have two offers of new love coming at you. I don't know why, that might be for some of you. And I feel like also is that you've already like decided, you know, and you feel what works for you, right? Like your thoughts and your emotions are in harmony, they're in congruence, and because they are, because you've dropped that dead weight, now you're free as a bird to experience everything that you ever wanted. And with this Neptune imagery here, what I really feel is that your dreams are going to come true, and the only thing that might have been blocking them in the past was the fact that you were sort of carrying these stagnant emotions in whatever aspect of your life that they were in. And now it's time for you to move forward and to really, you know, live this light life. Which I said that because I'm thinking of Anubis, right? Like with the heart and the feather, like to enter the kingdom of heaven, your heart needs to be as light as a feather. That's sort of the energy that I'm feeling for you. So you already know that you've made the right decision. You don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. And you might have 2 new romantic prospects coming in for you, but either which way, I feel like more of your dreams are going to come true because you are in alignment with yourself. Mind, body, soul, spirit, everything. And the more you're in alignment with yourself, the more you're in alignment and in touch with the universe, and the quicker your blessings come into fruition for you. So that's what I got for you guys, group number 5. I am Oculus, the alien next door, and we will chit chat again soon.